All right, good morning, everyone. Okay, so I'm actually making this video in the morning. You can see it's 11:40. Okay, this is the video. Okay, I'll make the videos two parts. The first part will be on how to view your charts using TradingView on your phone, with some little tweaks here and there to help you best view the charts. And I'll be going over the GBP USD as the asset to view, and it's also going to serve as my own submission for the assignment. Okay, so let me launch the GBP USD. All right, so when it comes to me using my phone on my charts, the first thing I do is to put my phone on landscape mode, because the landscape mode gives me more of that PC vibe. Yes, okay, so I come to this point here, I put on the rotation button, then I flip my screen, and then I go back to the rotation button and then lock it on landscape, so that even though I flip my phone, the mode will still stick. All right, so that's how to view the charts using landscape mode. That's the first thing I do. I switch to landscape mode because it gives me more of that PC vibe. All right, so okay, let me go to the monthly time frame. This part up here, it's where you view your time frames, where you can switch time frames, and you use this arrow tool after the time frames to view them in a list form. All right, so these are the time frames. If as even my account is a premium account, I can view the charts in seconds. 1 second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That one is for premium traders. Okay, but since I'm not premium, I'll just view the charts with what's available to me, being the minutes charts, the hourly charts, and the daily charts, the weekly and the monthly. All right, so that's it for the time frames. And you can just tap here. Bam, takes you to the monthly time frame. All right, so this is the monthly time frame. Yeah, you use your fingers, you drag out to zoom in, you drag in to zoom out. That's how you do it. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. All right, you want to switch to the weekly time frame, you tap the W here, this W here. Bam, takes you to the weekly time frame. We are back to the monthly. You can see here the chart started from 1994. So you can actually see the whole chart using your phone. It's no different from using your laptop when it comes to analyzing the charts. The only difference is that the laptop gives you a bigger screen and it's not all cramped up like this, that everything is all messed up together. The laptop just gives you a bigger screen to view the charts. And the laptop also cannot be compared to you viewing your charts using desktop, using LCD screens. That one gives you another kind of vibe because it's a more bigger screen, but it's the same charts, the same movement you see on the laptop is what you're going to see here. It's just different rendering on different screens. So you can use the time frames up until the 1 minute time frame. You just click on whichever time frame you want, and it launches to that time frame. All right, and if you think your screen is too cramped up with all the numberings around and all that, I think there's a zoom in, there's a full screen button somewhere. All right, so this is the full screen button, this button here. If you want to take out all these things, you can just use the full screen button. You can tap on it. Bam, it just clears up the chart and just shows you the chart for what it is. All right, okay, if you want to zoom out, you can just use your back button on your phone. It takes you back to your normal screen. All right, okay, and if you want to make the charts taller, you want to make the charts look taller, each candlesticks to look longer, you can drag on the buttons here Yeah, you drag up, you drag down to make it shorter, you drag up to make them look longer, you can see. All right, so but while you are doing that, the chart is going to automatically disable itself from the automatic mode. All right, and if you want to put the chart back to automatic viewing, to view the chart as trading view has set it, you just click the automatic button, being this button right here, this one here, just click it, bam. Yeah, it takes it to the automatic mode. This is going to be the chart as it was set by trading view. All right, you zoom in to view the chart larger over a longer period of time. You zoom out to view a minimal portion of the chart. And what you are doing with your fingers, there's also a button here you can do it with, which is the zoom button. And this is the zoom button, this button right here, this one right here, this one here. The work of the zoom button is this: if you want to zoom, if you want to view a particular portion of the chart, just a very minimal portion of the chart, you can use that button. You can just click that portion of the chart, and the chart is only going to focus on that exact part of the chart. And this is how you do it. You touch your zoom button first of all. After touching your zoom button, you just drag at that certain part of the chart where you want to view, and you drag in squares. You do it like this. All right, okay, let's say I want to view that portion of the chart. I drag only on that portion of the chart. It's going to be highlighted in blue, but after dragging, it zooms into that portion. Okay, this is it. So this is that portion of the chart I dragged into. If I want to zoom out, I will just use the minus button here. Bam, it takes me out. Let's say I want to view this portion of the chart, this portion right here. What do? I touch the zoom button and I drag over to that portion, and it views that portion to me, just that particular portion. If I want to zoom out, I'll do the same thing. All right, and okay, for some of us that likes fancy, you don't want to view the chart on the natural red or the traditional red and green candlesticks. The way to do that is to double tap on the candle. What option is double tap? The way to do that is to double tap on the candlesticks. Yes, so it takes you to the properties, the symbols section. Then here's where you can change your colors. Let's say I want to change mine to black and white candlestick. You can just do that right here. The body of the candles, I say white. I choose the color white. The borders can be black. The wick can be black. Then for the bearish candles, this section is for the bearish candles. This one is for the bullish candles. You can just put everything on black, 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 and that's all. And I click my OK. You see, I've changed it. You see, it's that simple. So this video is just on viewing the charts using TradingView. The next video will be on how to draw annotations on your chart and how to analyze your charts. As you can see, it's the same thing with your PC. It's just a smaller screen, that's all. The market is not keeping any secrets from you because you are viewing with your phone. It's the same thing, guys. Alright, let me go to the next video. I hope I covered all I need to cover. Yes, so there are some things I might not say, but just follow the tabs on my screen and do as I did.